In this video, I'll be showing you my UI and how I've set it up. You might want to customize your own UI with the tools and commands that you use a lot and want to have quick access to. I'll show you how to quickly do that. I'll also be showing you how to set up hotkeys that I use all the time, which really speeds up my workflow. So first, let's take a look at the UI. So looking at the Model Quad tab, you can see that my configuration or my UI is a little bit different. And it's not really fancy, it's just some of the tools that I use every day I like to have shortcuts to. It just speeds up my modeling and just the whole workflow. So the tools that you use all the time, I want to encourage you to just put a little shortcut over here to a tool or to a script or to a command that you use. And if you do that, you'll really speed things up. So you can see that I've just compressed a few things here. I put some of the sculpting tools that I use all the time here. So if I select my Move sculpting brush, that you can see this HUD pops up. Now I don't need that HUD for my Move tool, so I'll just hide that. I have that little HUD button there. With the Inflate tool, I might need it, so I like to have that up so I can, adjust the offset amount, etc. Below here are just a few different basic modeling tools and commands that I use again all the time. Under this modeling extras that I've created, you can see that I've got this show selections and solo, which I've named, those are set to hotkeys, and we're going to get to that. But I have a script that I use all the time, and the dimensions tool. It's important that I understand, the size of things, obviously, when you're modeling something in real world proportions. And sometimes I'll jump back from metric to English, and so I have those sort of quick keys right here, or those sort of commands built in right here. Also, you can see that my viewports are a little different. I always model in the Model Quad tab, but I usually will wind up having this big perspective window and then just isometric views of the front and side and on the left hand side. Occasionally I'll need a top view, and when that's the case, I'll either split this by control dragging down from that dot and then just switching this to front, or let's just say top, and so I can customize that like I want. One thing to note is that you can see that as I move this around, that perspective view on the viewport on the top also moves. Well, if you want to change that, you can just hit O, which gives you your viewport properties, and then if you tick off or tick on these independent center, scale, and rotate, then you can move this freely all around, and I'll use that from time to time. So for example, if I wanted to say just zoom in on the particular section on the face, but I needed to see this profile, I'll do the same over here. So just hit O, hovering over that viewport, tick those on, and that allows me to control that viewport independent of this one, so that I can zoom in like I want and then zoom out in another. Okay, so just sort of keep that in mind. And if I want this viewport to go away, all I have to do is to right click on that dot and then hit delete, and I'm back to where I started. Let's have a look at how to create a shortcut that we can add to our UI. So we want to open the form editor. Let's go to our system, to form editor. Anything that we see in the UI is going to be found in here somewhere. But the easiest way to find it is to click on this Find Form. So once we've clicked that, click in the UI to reveal its location in our form editor. And you can see that I have Move selected. The check mark is on, so that makes it visible. If you turn that off, you can see that it goes away in the UI. What I want to do next is let's add another sculpting tool in here. Hit F3 to bring up our sculpting tools. Let's find the form. Let's just find this flatten tool, and there it is. So what I like to do is just right click, duplicate, and you can take that and then drag that up in the form editor. Let's put it between the move and then the inflate. We'll just drop it there, and then you can see it populates over here. Now of course I can turn its visibility on and off the same way that I did with the move tool. But that's how that works. Let me just show you a different way to do it. If I know that I wanted to create another sculpting brush, let's just say, and let's just say we're going to use this smudge. So I'll select that, and let's find it. There it is. All right, so I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to go back up to my move. I found that. I'm just going to duplicate that. So I'm going to right click and go to duplicate. It's going to make an exact copy of that move tool for us. And then with that selected, we can just click in the command line, just delete that out, or just paste in our new tool. And then we'll just call this smudge. And there we go. You can see that it's populated over here. We've added successfully 2 new tools over to our UI. So next, let's talk about our hotkeys. Out of the box, Modo is a very fast modeler, but you can make it even faster by assigning hotkeys. Now, 2 hotkeys that I use are to toggle the visibility of selections and the visibility of inactive meshes. So let's have a look at those. So if I have my model selected, I can hit O on the keyboard, and you can see that my Show Selections is ticked. You can turn that off and on, and you can do that throughout the project, but that's really the slow way to do it. By assigning a hotkey to it, it just makes it much faster, because you'll want to work on an area but not necessarily see the selections. Okay, that's easily done by assigning a hotkey. The other thing I want to look at is to toggle off the visibility of inactive meshes. What I mean by that is, if you say we have our face, that's our current mesh layer. So toggling off everything else real quickly allows me to sort of get in here, do my work, bring it back very, very fast. So if I want to select an area, say if I want to select the shirt, but this collar is getting in the way, I can just toggle off everything else very fast, toggle it back on, and I'm good to go. So let's look at how we'd set that up. Let's create a hotkey for showing and hiding our selections. First thing we need to do is hit F5 to bring up our command history, and you can see that if I pull up from the bottom of this command line on our UI, it's the same information as we have if we hit F5. I just find F5, it gives me more space to work in. Over Viewport, just hit O, and we're going to tick off this Show Selections. Coming back to our command history, you can see that that's our command. What we need to do next is just right-click and then map that to a key. I'm just going to punch in S, which is what I have my selections toggle set to. But we can't leave this command like it is and expect it to work. A true or a false is just a one-way street. We need to create a toggle, so we just need to change the code. So we'll just change this from false or true to a question mark. And by doing that, we create a toggle. So we can hit 1 key to toggle our selections on and 1 key to toggle our selections off. Same key. Hit OK. And do I want to overwrite? I say yes. And we're good to go. Now you'll want to be selective of the key that you choose for a hotkey, because there are a lot of keys that are already assigned. So choose something that's unique. So next, let's set up the visibility control for our inactive meshes. So hit O on the keyboard, navigate to Inactive Meshes, and tick the box to make inactive meshes invisible. That gives us our command. There it is. Right-click, map that to a key. I have that key mapped to V. And again, we want to change the code from true, in this case, to a question mark. Hit OK. And we're good to go. So now that we can toggle our inactive meshes, and we can toggle our selections freely. So finally, after you have your custom UI set up, you're going to want to save that configuration. And the easiest way to do that is to quit Modo and launch it again. That saves the config file, and so it'll launch every single time.